Beamy, Ethan, 20, dating this girl Lily for about a year now. She's 19, cute as hell, but holy moly. The drama, literally every small thing turns into World War III. Forgot to text back for 2 hours? Tantrum looked at another girl for 0.5 seconds? Crying and screaming, even breathing wrong. Somehow ticks her off. At first thought it was just passionate love or whatever. You know how it is anons when you're young and stupid. All those makeup sessions after fights felt incredible. Thought this was what real relationships looked like. Mom always said love isn't easy, right? But Lily had some seriously weird habits that should have been red flags. Like she would spray toilet paper with her perfume before using it. It makes me feel more feminine, she'd say. Okay, Lily, whatever floats your boat. I guess, also insisted on eating pizza with a fork and knife. Only animals eat with their hands. Ethan. Meanwhile, I'm over here like a caveman, apparently. She had this thing where she'd rearrange my room when I wasn't looking. Come back from class and everything's moved 2 inches to the left. It has better feng shui now, baby. Lily, we live in a dorm room, not ancient China, but arguing about furniture placement wasn't worth the nuclear fallout. Worst habit was checking my browser history daily, not even secretly, just openly going through it. Why did you search for chicken recipes? Are you trying to replace me? Yes, Lily, I'm definitely leaving you for a rotisserie chicken. Makes perfect sense. She also had this obsession with matching outfits, not just colors, but exact same style. Showed up to a party wearing identical shirts. Once, people thought we were doing some weird couples costume. We look so cute together, Ethan. We looked like a sitcom from the 90s. The paranoia got worse. Over time, started showing up to my classes uninvited. Just sitting in the back, taking notes. Professor asked if she was auditing the course. Oh no, I'm just making sure my boyfriend is actually here. Wanted to crawl under my desk and disappear. Friends started calling her the shadow behind her back. Not mean-spirited, just accurate. Wherever I went, there she was 5 minutes later, like she had some kind of tracking device. Turns out she actually did track my location through my phone. It's for safety, baby. What if something happens? Mike warned me early on, but I didn't. Listen, dude, she asked me for your class schedule. She's just being supportive, Mike. She also asked what time you usually shower. Okay, that one was weird. Even for her, the constant checking up was exhausting. Can't grab lunch without a full interrogation. Who did you sit with? What did you talk about? Did any girls walk by? Yes. Lily, the entire female population of campus walked by my table. They were planning my kidnapping, apparently. She had this ritual where she'd smell all my clothes when I got home. Not in a cute way, in a detective way. You smell like outside air. Were you really at the library? The library is outside Lily. That's how buildings work. But explaining basic architecture wasn't worth the fight. Started keeping a diary of everything I did, found it once when she was showering. Us. Tuesday, 3:47 p.m. Ethan bought different shampoo. Possible cheating indicator. Wednesday, 1:22 p.m. Laughed at something on his phone. Investigate further. Felt like I was dating the FBI. The breaking point came during my cousin's wedding. Beautiful ceremony. Everyone having a good time. Lily spent the entire reception interrogating my female cousins. How long have you known Ethan? Has he ever mentioned other girls? These are my relatives. Lily, not secret agents. Had to apologize to half my family afterwards. But when she wasn't in paranoid mode, she could be amazing. Knew every quote from my favorite movies, would surprise me with my favorite snacks during finals. Remembered random stuff I mentioned months ago. Made me feel like I actually mattered to someone. The good times made the crazy times harder to accept. Kept thinking if I just loved her enough, she'd calm down. Classic mistake, trying to fix someone with feelings. Spoiler alert. Doesn't work, just makes you both miserable. But teenage brain logic said, keep trying. One night she decided to reorganize my entire digital life, logged into all my accounts while I slept. I cleaned up your social media, baby. You had too many female friends. Deleted half my contacts without asking, including my project partners from class. Had to explain to professors why I suddenly went dark. The toilet paper perfume. Thing escalated too. Started spraying everything with different scents. My textbooks smelled like vanilla. My backpack smelled like roses. Walked into class smelling like a flower shop explosion. Professor asked if I was wearing women's perfume. Technically yes, but explaining would make it worse. She also developed this habit of testing my loyalty randomly. If I died tomorrow, how long would you wait to date someone else? Lily, you're not dying, you have a cold. Answer the question, Ethan. These conversations usually happened at 2 a.m. For some reason, sleep deprivation plus relationship anxiety equals bad times. Started having weird dreams about being trapped in a perfume cage, waking up in cold sweats checking my phone. 17 missed calls, 43 text messages. Are you okay? Why aren't you responding? Did you die? Lily, it's been 20 minutes since your last text. I was literally unconscious, not plotting my escape. Friends stopped inviting me places because she'd always show up. Not because I brought her, just because she'd appear like a relationship ninja, lurking behind trees. Oh hey guys, what a coincidence seeing you here. We're at a bar across town, Lily. This isn't a coincidence, but she'd act shocked every single time. The final straw was the group project incident, working with this girl Sarah on a presentation, purely academic. She was dating someone anyway. Lily somehow got Sarah's number and called her at midnight. Stay away from my boyfriend, you homewrecker. Poor Sarah had no idea what was happening. Thought someone was pranking her. Next morning, Sarah approached me looking terrified. Your girlfriend called me last night screaming. Had to explain that Lily sometimes gets protective. Sarah asked to switch project partners. Didn't blame her, I would have done. The same thing. But watching someone be afraid of my girlfriend hit different. Realized I was making excuses for insane behavior. She just loves me a lot? Sounds pathetic when you say it out loud. Love doesn't involve stalking and intimidation. Love doesn't make people afraid of you. Took way too long to figure that out. Decided enough was enough. After the Sarah incident, couldn't keep letting her terrorize innocent people. My problems were becoming other people's problems that crossed a line even I couldn't ignore. Time to be an adult and end this madness. Planned the breakup conversation for 3 days. Practiced what I'd say in the mirror. Like a presentation, knew it would be nuclear. Prepared for fallout, bought extra tissues, expected waterworks, didn't expect what actually happened. Asked to meet at our usual coffee spot, downtown. Neutral territory, public place, witnesses if needed. She showed up wearing that blue dress I always complimented, looking beautiful and completely. Oblivious made everything 10 times harder. Lily, we need to talk about us. Her face changed instantly, knew what was coming. You're breaking up with me, aren't you? Not even a question, statement of fact. I think we both know this isn't working anymore. Expected immediate tears, screaming, maybe thrown coffee. Instead, she just sat there staring at me uncomfortably quiet for someone who usually never stops talking. After everything I've done for you, everything you've done to me, more like it, but kept that thought internal. I can change, Ethan. I promise I can change. Heard that song before. Didn't believe the lyrics anymore. We both deserve better than this, Lily. Better than what? Someone who actually cares about you. Caring and controlling aren't the same thing, but explaining that would take several hours. She finally started crying, but different tears, not the usual dramatic performance. Tears quiet, sad tears, like something actually breaking. Almost made me reconsider everything, but remembered Sarah's terrified face, stayed strong. I really did love you, she whispered. I love you too. That's why this has to happen. No, you don't get to say that. If you loved me, you'd want to make this work. Love isn't supposed to be this exhausting, Lily, but saying that would just make things worse. She stood up without finishing her coffee. "You'll regret this, Ethan." Not said in a threatening way, just sad prediction, walked away without looking back. Left me sitting there feeling like the villain, even though I knew this was right. First week after felt like prison release, could actually eat lunch without writing a report about it. Mike noticed immediately. "Dude, you stopped twitching. Didn't realize how obvious the stress had been. Apparently looked like I was constantly expecting an ambush. Mom called, asking why Lily hadn't been around. We broke up, Mom. Things got complicated." "Oh, honey, I'm sorry. She seemed devoted to you." "Devoted like a private investigator, Mom?" But explaining the full situation would worry her unnecessarily. Second week brought actual peace. Sleeping through the night again. Without anxiety dreams, grades improving, without constant interruptions, remembered what it felt like to just exist normally. Forgot how good baseline happiness could be. Started thinking about dating again, eventually. Maybe someone who trusts pizza delivery guys. Someone who doesn't interrogate my barber about my emotional state. Basic human decency seemed revolutionary. After Lily, then Uncle Robert started calling Mom more often. Usually they barely talk. He's the family wild card, 36, perpetually single, drinks too much, decent guy, but can't get his life together, suddenly very interested in my personal business though. During one call, he asked about my ex situation. Mom mentioned I'd recently broken up with someone. "Oh really? What was she like, this girl?" "Weird question, Uncle Robert. Since when do you care?" Something about his tone seemed too interested. "Was she pretty? How old? What's her name?" Okay, now it's getting creepy. Uncle Robert and Mom gave basic details, thinking she was just making conversation. But his questions felt more like data collection. Red flags started waving in my brain. Next few days, he kept calling with more questions. Is Ethan doing okay? Meeting anyone new? What kind of girls does he usually date? Does he have social media I could check on him? Mom found it sweet that he cared. I found it suspicious as hell. 2 weeks post-breakup, finally feeling human again. No more walking on eggshells in my own life. No more explaining every human interaction. No more constant anxiety about triggering someone. This must be what normal people feel like daily. Then came the social media bomb. Scrolling through posts before bed like usual. See something that makes my stomach drop. Photo that takes a second to process. Lily at some fancy restaurant, looking gorgeous, big smile, expensive wine, candlelit table, but she's not alone. Sitting across from her, grinning like he won the lottery, Uncle Robert in his best shirt. Caption reads, "Dinner with the most amazing man." 47 likes already, including one from my own mother. What the actual hell is happening staring at this photo for like 10 minutes straight? Brain. Refusing to process what I'm seeing. Keep refreshing the page, hoping it's some kind of glitch. Nope. Still there. Still real. Still insane. Lily and Uncle Robert looking cozy as hell. This has to be some kind of nightmare. Check the timestamp. Posted 2 hours ago. Which means they're probably still together right now. Probably laughing about whatever twisted game this is. Feel sick to my stomach. Need to sit down. How did this even happen? When did this start? Scroll through Lily's recent posts looking for clues. Last week she posted about exciting new beginnings 3 days ago. Sometimes the best things come unexpectedly. Yesterday, age is just a number when hearts connect. Oh God, she's been planning this public reveal. This isn't random, this is strategic. Call Mike immediately, hands shaking while dialing, "Dude, you need to see Lily's latest post. Why are you still checking her social media, bro? Just look at it, Mike. Trust me." Hear him typing, then complete silence. What the actual... Is that your uncle? Yeah, that's Uncle Robert. How old is this guy again? 36, Mike. She's 19 inches. Okay, that's gross, but also, why your uncle specifically? Exactly the question that's eating me alive. This can't be coincidence. Mike tries to rationalize it like I want him to. Maybe they met randomly somewhere. Maybe she doesn't know he's your uncle. Maybe it's just a friendly dinner. But we both know that's not what this looks like. Those are definitely not friendly dinner vibes. Spend the next hour analyzing every detail of the photo. Uncle Robert's wearing his good shirt. The blue one only breaks that out for special occasions. Lily's got her hair done professionally, full makeup. Wearing earrings I bought her for her birthday. This is definitely a romantic date, not casual meeting. The restaurant looks expensive too. Uncle Robert barely has money for rent. Usually. Where did he get cash for a place like that? Unless he's trying really hard to impress someone young and pretty who used to date his nephew. Keep staring at Lily's expression in the photo. She's not looking at the camera like usual selfie style. She's looking at Uncle Robert with this weird smile, not her genuine happy smile, more calculated, like she's performing happiness rather than feeling it. Uncle Robert looks genuinely smitten, though grinning like a teenager who got asked to prom. Probably thinks he hit the jackpot greater than 19-year-old college girl interested in him. Greater than poor guy has no idea what he's walking into. Greater than remember all those weird questions he was asking mom. What kind of girls does Ethan usually date? What was his ex like? Is she pretty? He was gathering intelligence for this exact situation. Feel like such an idiot for not connecting the dots. Try calling mom, but she doesn't answer. Probably at her book club thing on Thursday nights. Need to talk to someone about this insanity. But who do you call when your ex is dating your uncle? Pretty sure they don't make greeting cards for this. Check Uncle Robert's social media for the first time ever. He barely posts anything usually, just random sports stuff, but suddenly there's a photo from tonight. Dinner with a beautiful young lady. Tagged at the same restaurant as Lily's post. 17 people liked it already, including my Aunt Susan. Aunt Susan commented, "Get it, Robert." Cousin Danny wrote, "About time. Uncle." Family thinks this is just Uncle Robert finally finding someone. They have no idea this girl used to be my girlfriend. Probably don't even remember her name from family gatherings. Realize I never really brought Lily around family much. She met a few cousins at that wedding disaster. But Uncle Robert wasn't there that day. Most of my relatives have no clue who she is, which makes this whole thing even more twisted. Start wondering how they actually met. Did she seek him out specifically for revenge? Did they bump into each other randomly? Did she see him in one of Mom's Facebook photos? How does a 19-year-old college student end up with my 36-year-old uncle? Remember that Uncle Robert works at the auto parts store, downtown. Lily drives that old Honda that's always breaking down. Maybe she needed repairs and found him that way. Pure chance turned into opportunity for revenge. Or maybe she planned it all along somehow. The more I think about it, the more deliberate this feels. She knew exactly how to hurt me the most. Dating some random guy wouldn't really bother me, but dating family? That's psychological warfare. She's making sure I can never fully escape. Her future family gatherings are going to be a nightmare. Thanksgiving with Lily. Passing the potatoes. Christmas morning with her under our tree. Birthday parties where she's in all the photos. She's infiltrating my family to torture me forever. What if they actually get serious? What if Uncle Robert falls in love with her? What if she manipulates him like she did me? Poor guy doesn't know what he's signed up for. Someone needs to warn him about the crazy. But how do you tell your uncle his new girlfriend is psycho? Hey, Uncle Robert, that girl you're dating used to stalk me. She once called my classmate at midnight with threats. She keeps a diary of everything I do. Sounds like jealous ex-boyfriend nonsense. Plus, he'd probably think I'm making it up. Family already sees me as the immature college kid. Uncle Robert's finally happy for once in his life. Nobody's going to believe she's playing psychological games, especially not when she turns on the charm. Remember how good Lily was at fooling people. Initially, sweet, innocent act. Fooled everyone, including me. Mom loved her. Friends thought she was great. The crazy only came out behind closed doors. Uncle Robert's probably seeing the good version right now. Check the comments on Lily's post again. Bunch of her friends writing, "So happy for you, girl." He looks like a catch. Age gap goals. None of them know the real story either. Everyone thinks this is just new romance, but then I see a comment that makes my blood freeze. From her friend Jessica, who knows about our relationship. "Perfect revenge, babe. He deserves this." With a bunch of fire emojis. So this is definitely intentional payback, greater than screenshot. That comment before she deletes it. Greater than proof that this isn't organic romance. Greater than this is calculated psychological revenge. But still doesn't help with the family situation. How do you compete with that level of manipulation? Think about Uncle. Robert's dating history hasn't had a serious girlfriend in like 3 years. Last one left him for his drinking habits. Before that was the one who stole his credit cards. Guy's not exactly winning at relationships. So along comes this beautiful 19-year-old, probably makes him feel young and desirable again. Probably tells him he's mature and sophisticated, classic manipulation tactics from the Lily playbook. He's walking into the same trap I escaped. Remember how she used to build me up initially? "You're so much smarter than other guys. You're the only one who really understands me. Age doesn't matter when you connect like we do." She's probably using the exact same lines on him. Wonder if she's told him about me yet. Does he know she's his nephew's ex-girlfriend? Or is she saving that revelation for maximum impact? Probably waiting for the perfect moment to drop that bomb. Maybe at a family dinner with everyone watching. Imagine the conversation when he finds out. Surprise. "Robert, I used to date your nephew. This whole thing started as revenge against him. But now I really do love you. Honest, guy's going to feel like such an idiot. Or maybe she'll never tell him the truth. Just keep playing innocent until it's too late. Let him fall completely in love first, then reveal the connection when he's trapped. Classic Lily move, maximum emotional damage. Start pacing around my room like a caged animal. Need to do something, but don't know what. Can't call Uncle Robert, don't have his number, can't tell mom, she won't believe it anyway. Can't post on social media, looks petty. Consider messaging Lily directly. Really? My uncle, that's your big revenge plan. But engaging with her is exactly what she wants. Gives her more ammunition for manipulation. Better to stay completely out of it. Except staying out of it means watching Uncle Robert get destroyed. Guy's already been through enough failed relationships, doesn't deserve to be someone's revenge plot. But warning him makes me look like the crazy ex, no good options here. Mike calls back after seeing all the social media drama. Dude, this is actually insane. Like Jerry Springer level family dysfunction. What are you going to do about it? Wish I knew Mike. Wish I knew. Maybe just let it play out naturally. She can't keep the crazy hidden forever. Uncle Robert will figure it out eventually. But how much damage will she do first? How much of my family will she tear apart? Realize this is exactly what she wanted. Not just to hurt me, but to make me helpless. Can't fight back without looking pathetic. Can't ignore it because it's family, can't warn. Anyone without seeming jealous. She's got me completely checkmated. Think about all the family events coming up. Cousin's graduation next month. Uncle Robert will probably bring her Aunt Susan's anniversary party in July. Lily will be there smiling and playing nice, while I have to pretend everything's normal. What if she starts the same behavior with Uncle Robert, showing up at his work unannounced, checking his phone, tracking his location, spraying his belongings with perfume? At least then, family will see the real her. But Uncle Robert might actually like that attention. Guy's been lonely for years. Might think constant contact means she really cares. Won't recognize the red flags until it's too late. Some people have to learn the hard way. Wonder if mom will figure out the connection. She's pretty observant about family drama, might remember Lily from our brief relationship, but probably won't put 2 and 2 together immediately, especially if Lily's being charming. Check Uncle. Robert's post again, more family comments. Cousin Mark, bring her to the barbecue. Aunt Linda, she's gorgeous, Robert. Grandma, when do we get to meet her properly? They're already planning to integrate her into everything. This nightmare is just getting started. Imagine Lily at family barbecue playing perfect girlfriend, helping in the kitchen, complimenting everyone, asking about family history, seeming genuinely interested. Meanwhile, plotting her next move in this chess game, using family gatherings to gather more ammunition. She'll probably ask innocent questions about me. What was Ethan like as a kid? Did he ever have any other serious girlfriends? What are his biggest fears or insecurities? Collecting information for future psychological attacks. Realize I'm going to have to tell my parents eventually. They'll find out about the connection at some point. Better they hear it from me than discover it awkwardly. But timing matters. Need to do this carefully. Can't seem like sour grapes. Decide to call mom back. Still no answer. Leave a message asking her to call when she gets home. Need to talk about something family related. Nothing urgent, but kind of important. Understatement of the century. Sit on my bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering how my life turned into a soap opera. 2 weeks ago, everything was finally normal. Now my ex is dating my uncle for revenge. What's next, aliens? Get a text from unknown number. Saw the photos. Pretty clever, right? L, she's texting me from a different phone. Probably got a new number just for this conversation. Wants to gloat about her master plan, delete the message without responding. Not giving her the satisfaction of a reaction, but save the screenshot as evidence. Proof this is intentional psychological warfare, might need it later. Another text. He's actually really sweet when he talks about family. Another, asks so many questions about his nephew Ethan. Another, small world, right? She's confirming what I already knew. This is 100% calculated revenge. Turn off my phone before I do something stupid, like call her and scream about how insane this is, or text Uncle Robert warning him about her, or post something on social media, explaining everything. All bad ideas that would backfire. Lie in bed trying to process this new reality. Family dinners will never be normal again. Holidays are going to be psychological minefields. She's turned my own family into weapons against me. This is next level revenge strategy. Wonder how long she's been planning this. Did she research my family during our relationship? Was she taking notes at that wedding disaster? Memorizing names and faces for future reference? How deep does this manipulation go? Remember her asking random questions about my family? What does your uncle do for work? Where do your relatives live? Who are you closest to in the family? Thought she was just making conversation. Turns out she was conducting reconnaissance. Fall asleep around 3 a.m. After hours of anxiety spiraling, dreams about family gatherings turning into horror movies. Lily everywhere, smiling that fake smile. Uncle Robert oblivious to the manipulation. Family choosing sides in a war they don't understand. Wake up, hoping it was all a nightmare. Check phone. Still have those screenshots, still real. Still happening. Still insane. Coffee and reality. Check time. Need to figure out how to handle this mess. Mom finally calls back Friday morning. Sorry, honey. Book club ran late last night. What did you want to talk about? Deep breath. Here goes nothing. Mom, Uncle Robert's new girlfriend is my ex. Complete silence for like 30 seconds. What do you mean your ex, Lily, the girl I was dating for a year? The one I just broke up with 2 weeks ago. She's now dating Uncle Robert, apparently. More silence. Can hear her brain processing. That's quite a coincidence. Oh, Mom, if only you knew. Yeah, saw them together on social media. Looked pretty serious, too. Trying to keep my voice neutral. Can't sound bitter or jealous. Well, that's certainly unexpected. How do you feel about it, honey? Loaded question, Mom. Loaded question. Just thought the family should know before it gets awkward. You know, at gatherings and stuff. Understatement of the millennium. I should probably tell your father. And maybe mention it to Robert gently. No, Mom, don't mention anything to Robert that'll make this whole thing worse. Maybe just let it happen naturally. No need to make it weird. Can tell she's uncomfortable with the situation. Good. At least someone else sees how messed up this is. Are you okay with this arrangement? It won't cause problems, will it? Everything about this will cause problems, Mom, but can't say that without sounding immature. I'm fine with it. Just wanted everyone to know. Biggest lie I've ever told. Robert deserves to be happy. Another lie, but sounds mature. Just hope things work out for him. They absolutely will not work out. Weekend passes without any more social media bombs. No new photos of their romantic adventures, starting to hope. Maybe it was just one date. Maybe Uncle Robert realized she's too young. Maybe Lily got bored with her revenge plot. Monday morning, reality check. Uncle Robert posts photo from some hiking trail, exploring nature with my favorite person. Lily in the background, looking outdoorsy and perfect. Wearing my old college sweatshirt that I never got back. Psychological warfare continues. She's really committing to this performance. Uncle Robert loves hiking. She hates the outdoors, used to complain about walking to class. Now she's suddenly nature girl, adapting her personality to hook him deeper. Remember how she did the same thing with me initially? Suddenly loved all my favorite movies, pretended to enjoy my music, taste, claimed she'd always wanted to learn guitar, classic manipulation, becoming what they want. But Uncle Robert's posting about her constantly now. Coffee date with the most amazing woman. She makes every day brighter. Finally found someone who gets me. Poor guy's completely hooked already. Comments from family getting more supportive. So happy for you, brother. From Dad. She seems lovely. From Aunt Susan. Bring her to Sunday dinner. From Grandma. They're all buying into the perfect girlfriend act. Realize Sunday dinner is this week family tradition. Everyone shows up. Uncle Robert will definitely bring her. Now, my first face-to-face encounter since the breakup. This is going to be a disaster. Spend all week dreading Sunday. Consider making excuses not to go. Fake illness, sudden study emergency, anything. But that gives her exactly what she wants. Can't let her drive me away from family. Meanwhile, the social media campaign continues. Cooking dinner for my man. Photo of Uncle Robert's. Kitchen with fancy meal. She never cooked anything more complex than cereal for me. Suddenly she's master chef for him. Movie night with my favorite guy. Them cuddled on his couch, watching some action movie. She used to hate action movies, called them mindless violence for insecure men. Now she's suddenly action movie enthusiast. Each post feels like a personal attack. Not just dating my uncle, but being perfect for him. Everything I apparently wasn't good enough to deserve, psychological manipulation at its finest. Mike keeps checking in on my mental state. Dude, you need to stop looking at her posts. This is just gonna drive you crazy. He's right, but can't help myself. Like watching a car crash in slow motion. Friday night, she posts something that makes me sick. Met his family today. They're wonderful. Photo at some restaurant with Dad and Mom. My parents having dinner with my ex-girlfriend without me there. Like I don't exist. Call Mom immediately, hands shaking. You had dinner with Lily. Robert wanted us to meet her properly. She's delightful, honey. Very mature for her age. Want to scream into the phone. Did you tell them about me? About her being your ex? Well, it came up naturally in conversation. She handled it very gracefully. Gracefully, right? Sure she did. What did she say exactly? Need to know how she's spinning this narrative. Just that you two dated briefly, but stayed friends. That she hopes there won't be any awkwardness. Very mature attitude, really. Briefly. We dated for a year, stayed friends. She's been texting me threats. No awkwardness. This entire situation is awkward, but she's controlling the narrative perfectly. Your father was impressed with her. Said she asks thoughtful questions. Really interested in family history. Of course she is. Gathering intelligence, studying us like specimens in a lab. Robert seems completely smitten. Haven't seen him this happy in years. She's good for him, I think. If only you knew what good for him actually looks like, but can't destroy his happiness without proof. Sunday arrives like an execution date. Getting dressed feels like putting on armor. Need to look confident, unaffected, mature. Can't give her ammunition by seeming bothered. This is psychological warfare now. Arrive at Grandma's house. Uncle Robert's car already there, can see them through the window. Lily helping in the kitchen like she belongs here. Wearing a conservative dress. Playing perfect girlfriend, walk in, trying to act normal. Hey everyone, sorry I'm late. Family greets me with slightly awkward energy. They know this situation is weird, but trying to pretend everything's fine. Uncle Robert bounds over like a golden retriever. Ethan, come meet Lily properly, as if we've never met before in our lives. She turns around with this perfect innocent smile. Oh hi, you must be Robert's nephew. Extend my hand for a handshake. She takes it with both hands, lingering touch. Robert's told me so much about you. All good things, I hope. Her eyes have this victorious gleam. She's enjoying every second of this. Nothing but good things. Uncle Robert jumping in enthusiastically. Ethan's the smart one in the family. Studying computer science, Dean's List, bragging about me to my own ex-girlfriend. This timeline is completely insane. Lily nods with fake interest. That's so impressive. I've always admired intelligent men. Subtle dig at our past relationship, implying I wasn't intelligent enough for her, but delivered so sweetly nobody else catches it. Dinner conversation is psychological torture. She asks about my classes with apparent genuine interest. What's your favorite subject? Do you have any fun professors? Are you making good friends? Like she doesn't know every detail already. Uncle Robert keeps bragging about her. Lily's studying psychology, very insightful. She helps me understand myself better. Never met anyone who gets me like she does. Irony is completely lost on him. She's literally studying him like a test subject. She shares fake stories about her interests. I love hiking. Being in nature. Cooking is my passion, so relaxing. I prefer older movies, they have more depth. Every single thing tailored to Uncle Robert's preferences. Personality completely rebuilt for maximum appeal. Family eats it up completely. She's so mature for her age. Perfect match for Robert. Finally, someone who appreciates him. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there knowing it's all performance, feeling like I'm in some twisted alternate reality. Lily keeps making subtle references only I understand. I love trying new restaurants, referring to all the places we used to go. Horror movies are surprisingly romantic. Our old date night tradition. Some relationships just run their course naturally. Direct reference to our breakup. Uncle Robert misses every single reference, thinks she's just making conversation, has no idea she's taunting his nephew, while family thinks she's being inclusive and friendly. Masterclass in psychological manipulation. During dessert, she offers to help clean up. Let me get those dishes, Mrs. Johnson, playing perfect houseguest role. But when she passes behind my chair, whispers just loud enough for me to hear. Your family really likes me. Spend rest of dinner in survival mode, answering questions with minimal responses, trying not to react to her provocations, watching Uncle Robert fall deeper under her spell, counting minutes until I can escape. After dinner, Uncle Robert pulls me aside. What do you think of her? Loaded question with no good answer. She seems to make you happy. Diplomatic non-answer that avoids lies. I was worried you might feel weird about it, since you two dated, but she said you're totally cool with everything. Did she now? How thoughtful of her. Yeah, no problems here. Another massive lie for family harmony. Good, because I really think she's the one. Uncle Robert's eyes literally sparkling. Never felt this way. About anyone before. She understands me on a deep level. Want to warn him but can't without evidence watching. Him walk into emotional quicksand. Finally escape around 9 p.m. Lily gives me a sweet goodbye hug. So nice to meet you properly. Ethan, I'm sure, we'll be seeing lots of each other. Robert talks about family constantly. Threat disguised as pleasantry. Drive home in complete emotional exhaustion. Feel like I just survived psychological combat. She dominated that entire evening. Controlled every narrative. Manipulated every interaction. While I sat there helpless to stop it. Get home to find text from unknown number again. Family dinner was fun. Your parents are lovely. Your uncle is so sweet when he talks about you. Looking forward to becoming part of the family. She's not just dating him. She's claiming territory. Another text. Hope this won't be awkward for you. Another. Robert and I are getting very serious. Another. Christmas should be interesting this year. She's planning long-term psychological siege using family as her weapon of choice. Call Mike in desperate need of sanity check. How did it go, man? Like watching a horror movie in real life. She had everyone completely fooled. Played the perfect girlfriend while taunting me. Mike finally gets how serious this situation is. This is some next-level psycho behavior. She's not just dating your uncle for revenge. She's trying to take over your entire family. Replace you as the favorite nephew or something. Hadn't even considered that angle. But it makes perfect sense. Realize this is just the beginning. She's established her foothold in the family. Now she'll start phase 2 of whatever plan this is. Probably involve turning family against me somehow, or making Uncle Robert choose between us. Wonder how long she can maintain the perfect girlfriend act. Eventually, the real Lily has to surface, the controlling, paranoid, manipulative side. But will Uncle Robert recognize it when it happens? Or will she blame it on family stress somehow? Fall asleep wondering what fresh hell tomorrow. Brings family WhatsApp group already buzzing with praise. Robert's girlfriend is wonderful. Such a sweet girl. Perfect addition to the family. She's won round 1 completely. But this war is far from over.